Discover. And if you discover, now that's where a very important point. Conversations are about discovery. With discovery, you expand. Like, I was talking to the TAC, the small guy, but when I asked him this question and he told me this, I was surprised, stunned, and amazed. I was talking to my DST, and my DST gave me such a, when he shared me, when he shared with me that this is what the whole thing is all about, I was enlightened. That was a discovery. What are you excited about? All discoveries you are excited about. Anything which is not a discovery, that's what is boring you. And who is not discovering? You are not discovering. And who is making it bored? You are making it bored. Relationships become difficult. Business becomes difficult. Boss subordinate becomes difficult because we don't discover. Discover. Remove the cover. Discover. Resolve. Resolution is resolution. Resolution is a resolution. Discover. How interesting words. Look at the sound. The whole thing is there in the sound itself. Discover. The cover which is there, please remove the cover. That's discover. Isn't that? And how do we take the word discover? Maybe I've got to discover here, I will find out, discover, and it's difficult to discover. I'm trying to discover. Discover is remove the cover.
Many times we don't discover because we are already judgmental about.
We are judgmental about past. Past is dead. It is a flow. What has flown will not come back. Please do not bother about it. That's the point I'm raising. Make your life interesting and expand your life day to day. It's in your hands. You create your reality. You create your own truth. If you are in worries, you are in worries because of yourself. If you are your own creator. Aham Brahma. मैं खुद ब्रह्मा हूँ, creator हूँ. While I keep saying my life is being made miserable by the boss. Boss cannot make your life miserable. You make your life miserable. Boss has a view. Boss has a way. Why? There's a word called insult. We generally use this word that, look, I've been insulted, There's nobody on this earth who can insult you. The moment you decide that you are being insulted, that's where your emotion starts pouring in. Till the time you don't decide that you're insulted, nothing happens. The moment you realize, oh God, I'm insulted, and the moment you say that you're insulted, that's where the whole emotion starts pouring in. If somebody slaps you in a dark, and nobody comes to know about it, that look, somebody has slapped, you will jolly well not feel disturbed about it, because nobody has seen it, there's no insult there. So insult is our own creation. Insult is, again I give you a word, insult is when you sulk internally. You understand what sulk? Sulking. So when you sulk internally is an insult. Please do not sulk. If you will not sulk, you will not feel insulted. I know it's difficult. I'm not saying that look, by doing all this, you'll be able to create more. That is what is the purpose of today's session. Converse to create. There is so much to create. There is so much of possibility of creation by me and you, by you and him, by he and she. Are we doing justice to that capability of us, or are we getting inward or are we getting outward? Are we putting a lid on it or are we allowing it to grow? These questions need to be raised post this create to converse. Why did I? It's my name. Converse to create. Copyright TM Nirmal Singh. Nobody else can say that. Okay, this is because it's my words. I know it's my creation. So converse to create. Why I said converse to create? Because I started to look all creation are because of conversation. And if your conversations are right, the creation is right. If your conversations are wide, creation is wide. If your conversations are mean, the future of the organization is going to be determined by the quality of conversations today. Not my statement. This is some management thinker who said that very powerful. The quality of discussion today in a function, the quality of discussions today in the family, the quality of discussions today in the vertical will determine the future of that family, that vertical, that function of that organization. Hence the conversations create. That is why somebody who said, I don't remember the name of this person, but there's a very well-known management thinker who said that the quality of conversation today will determine the future of the organization. So the quality of conversation in the family will determine the future of the family. So conversation has a power. Now again, this is again you'll have to slightly, what is the time? 1 hour. The tea is going to be ready at what time?
Maybe.
See now for this, I was trying to get into another interesting point that look, this nature converse with us, and we converse with the nature. Okay? We don't realize it, See, there are days when we say that, look, it's so wonderful. I'm in a pretty good mood. The climate is so nice. I can guarantee the amount of anger. I mean, anger is not the right word. I mean, the mood of Pramod Bhagna on hills and the mood of Pramod Bhagna on plains will be different. Because when he's there on the hills, the nature converses with him and he converses with the nature. And when he's here, he converses with the nature around and whatever the ambience which is around. The point I am saying is that look, to converse is nature. I'm going beyond individual now. I'm saying to converse is nature. To converse is this universe. This universe converse. Not only me and you. This universe converse. That's again a philosophy. This universe converse. There were people earlier who would say that, look, what is going to happen? So they were able to comprehend what the nature was talking about, There are still old people in the family who say that, look, another 15 minutes it's going to rain. And it will rain. They are able to converse with the nature. So the point which I am saying is that, look, to converse is a nature. Nature is to create. And that's how the conversation. Ved Prakash Agarwalji, is that fine? Fine?
So there was an example which I have read somewhere about this concept which nature and creation. So most of the important inventions have been done taking the cue from the nature, like the invention of aeroplane. The bird flies like a bird flies in the sky. The same way the creation has been done in the same way. The framework and the layout of the aeroplane is like in that framework. And same way the ships which have been made, that fish here. So that and nature converses.
Yeah, nature converses. We converse with the nature. Now, over a period of time, we've forgotten to be connected with the nature. Life begins with a machine and life ends with a machine. You get into a car, there's a machine. You come into the office, you work on a computer, which is a machine. You again get into a car, which is a machine. You go back home, you switch on a television, which is a machine. What is the nature? It's machine, machine, machine. Now, when that's the type of regime, there's a need to think and reflect. There's a need to think and reflect. That look, how do I get a balance into it? So where is the nature? How many times you've been able to see the sky in the night? How many times you are able to see what is called as a horizon, where the earth and the sky looks to be meeting? It's been days I've seen horizon. So the conversation with nature has disappeared. The conversation with, I'll share a story which you will not believe. It's a story. Even plants converse. Why do we worship plants? See, Hindus, India is one country where the plants are being worshipped. Plus, there are certain countries in African continent also where the plants are worshipped. But then, plants are worshipped here. Why are plants are worshipped? We also have a system that if a girl is not getting married, go and get married to a tree, and then you will get married. Isn't that? We also have a tradition where if a girl is not getting a guy of her choice or parents' choice, I mean, you go to Kerala, somebody goes to people, somebody goes to some other this thing.
The recent case was Aishwarya Bachchan.
So, so there is. We say that, look, okay. There's another important point which I want to leave with you. All knowledge is finite. Listen it carefully. All knowledge is finite. What I mean by all knowledge is finite, that all knowledge has a limit. There is no knowledge which is infinite. And why the knowledge is not finite? Because there is nothing which is permanent. What is the knowledge today is ignorance tomorrow. Opening card was a knowledge. Once upon a time, is an ignorance. Today it's illegal now. You can be. I mean, somebody who was considered good in opening cards and was given a champion of the month. Guy can be behind the bars. Can be behind the bars. So it's on a lighter side. But then I'm saying that look, all knowledge is finite. So when I say that look, all knowledge is finite, even my knowledge is finite. And when I say that my knowledge is infinite, I keep a space. And when I keep a space, there's a possibility of something extra coming in. And if I think that look, my knowledge is infinite, there's no space. And the moment I say, check, this works in life. It's not only about office, it works in life. So all knowledge is finite. No knowledge is infinite. Why? Because it's dynamic. Knowledge is a curse, ignorance is a bliss. Why did an intelligent person say this? I think Kautilya said this. Who said this? Google. Knowledge is a curse, ignorance is a bliss. Because ignorance is dead. It doesn't flow. But knowledge flows. Knowledge is dynamic. So knowledge is a curse because it's dynamic. You're going to keep updating, you're going to keep updating, you're going to keep updating, you're going to keep updating because knowledge is growing. If anybody gets burned, don't throw water on it. Today, if anybody gets burned, please put him into a bucket of water. This was knowledge. Today, the same knowledge is a curse. Because knowledge is dynamic, it changes. No knowledge is finite. Knowledge is never finite. One statement, knowledge is not finite. So your boss's knowledge is also not finite. My knowledge is not finite. Your knowledge is not finite. We all still have a lot to take from each other. Do I carry? Is this what my belief is? If my belief is that look, finite, infinite, if my knowledge is infinite, your boss also is finite. with higher salary, with higher experience, with a bigger car, he also can be a knight. You understand this? Vicky is ready? Yeah. Any question? See, if I start straight away into the presentation, I think this all is very important. If this all doesn't get taught, I think I'll not be doing, I'll not feel that, look, I've done my job completely now.
So you were talking about the brain and mind and the consciousness. So what's the difference between these three? Consciousness, brain and mind.
See, brain is a jelly. If you take a brain now, it's like a jelly now.
It's an organ.
It's now a jelly. Now listen carefully. You asked a question which is a difficult question, but a very interesting and a powerful question. So when we talk about brain, we are talking about basically nerves. The brain has got a lot of nerves. That is how the word comes, neurology. From nerve comes the word neurology, okay? Why neurology? Because nerves are what we are talking about, neurons. From neurons comes the neurology. So your brain is neurons. Your brain has got synaptic connections inside. And your brain, anything which is nerve, anything which is neuron, is connected through air. So, just think about it, don't process it. That is why, there is a debate that there is only one sense organ. The five sense organ is not a right explanation. There is only one sense organ, which is a touch. And the touch is through air. So they say that, look, the moment you talk about nerves, you talk about neurons, you talk about aerial. Okay, so, and then there is a thought that, look, your mind is a very small mind of a universal mind. Your mind and my mind is connected. Or what happens in your brain has a bearing on my brain, and what is happening in my brain has a bearing on your brain. So that's about mind is self. You asked a question which is a spiritual question. Your question is a spiritual question. What you asked is a spiritual question, that look, what is mind, what is brain, what is conscious? That's what you're asking, right? So mind is more than brain. Mind is self. Brain is an organ which functions in a particular way. So if a particular part of the brain is damaged, you may lose a particular ability. The mind is not brain. That's one. Two, conscious and subconscious. Okay, what is happening at this? I'll give you an example of conscious and subconscious. Please keep this example in the room only. Don't take this example outside. Okay. We went to this place, Bangkok. So from Bangkok, we went to a place called Pattaya. From Pattaya, we travelled back. When we were coming back, so we were travelling back to Hong Kong. I'm talking about that case. So there's some senior person, CEO level person who was there, because functional head, CEOs, so I would not name. So this was at this was at Bangkok airport, and we were in a security check lane, okay. So we had taken a boarding. So I was also carrying my boarding and I didn't have any luggage. So my luggage was there in the cargo. So then I saw a senior person from our company only, pretty restless, saying that, look, no, I don't know, where is it gone? I said, what are you looking forward for? Okay, then I saw him, running around, and I saw him puzzled. So I said, look, what happened? I said, look, no, I have lost my passport and I have lost my boarding pass. I said, but then you've come to this point, you've shown it to the security people, it must be somewhere here only. No, 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 I don't know, I just think that somebody's not taken it. I said, why should anybody take your passport and your boarding when they also have come for a security check to move in? No, 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 you never know, I don't know, where is it gone, hot gone, I said, please check your pocket. I have checked my pocket and it's not there. I said, which bag you are carrying? This bag which I was carrying. And then he was frantically opening the bag, doing this, doing that, and the passport and boarding is not visible, not traced. And then I said, hold on, please, relax. No, but then how do I go? I said, hold on. See, the mind has started working, how do I go? I mean, I'll not reach home. Because night he has to reach home as per the commitment, okay? Arey bhai, hold on. Please check your pocket. And I've checked a number of times. I said, take the wallet out, please. Take the wallet out. You took the wallet out. Oh God, it's here. So the passport and the boarding was behind the wallet, and the wallet was on top of passport and this thing. And the guy is saying, I've checked, it is only wallet, it is only wallet, it is only wallet. So what has happened? Your conscious is so disturbed that it is not talking to your subconscious. Subconscious is 10 times more powerful than your conscious. Subconscious knew this person's conscious that look, he is a restless bugger. The subconscious ensured safety of an important document, placed right at a place where the possibility of loss was completely insulated. But the conscious is so disturbed, it's not there, I've seen this, I've seen that, I've seen this, I've seen that. Your conscious is not letting your subconscious get in touch. Subconscious knows it. Subconscious looking at a joker, bloody, this guy is not understanding, he's still jumping around, let him jump around. That's your subconscious. Subconscious knows it, it's more powerful. You are driving and then suddenly you're driving, you're singing, you're completely mesmerized in a song, but then your vehicle is going and suddenly somebody comes in and then you manage it. And then you realize, oh God, how did I manage it? Oh, thank God, narrow escape. Who did it? Your subconscious. Your subconscious is 10 times more powerful. But if you want to use your subconscious, please ensure peace at a conscious level. High at the conscious level will reduce your subconscious. You will not be able to make use of your subconscious. Your subconscious is so powerful. So I told this person, very discovered, his passport and his boarding pass. I said, look, what happened? He said, what? I don't know whether it went into his, whether he understood completely or not, but then I felt like saying, and I said it. I said, look, it's because your conscious is so disturbed. While your subconscious did a perfect job of keeping you this thing. It happens with us. The subconscious will tell that, look, this particular document should go right behind the paper, and then you put it behind the paper, and after that, your conscious is so disturbed that you're not able to recall it. I don't remember, where did I keep it, because there's so much of fire. And why there's so much of this high? Because you don't realize that, look, all knowledge is finite. You don't realize that it's a flow. He said, look, I need a personal help from you. I said, tell me what? He said, look, I need a personal help from you. Can you come down to my place, my home? I said, fine, I will. But then what is the expectation? He said, look, I want you to talk to my son. He said, I want you to talk to my son. Now, a father telling to me that, look, and a son is in engineering college. He is in Delhi Engineering College, second year student. Anyway, I said, look, I will come, give me a week's time because I am slightly tired of this week, but next week I will come to your place. But then, that raised a point in my mind. How much I am doing with my own son? Are you getting the point? This is the question which got raised in my mind was that, look, fine, there is a situation where I am going to somebody else's house to talk to his son. How much do I talk to my son? Is that sufficient? Is that okay? There is a challenge. There is a challenge. There is a challenge with all of us. So, with this testing time, from all context, whether you talk about a family, whether you talk about society, whether you talk about politics, whether you talk about organization, it's a testing time. And the way I look at it is the creation will happen. We need to create more, and we need to create better, and we need to create faster. Which will happen through conversations only, because that is the fundamental unit through which any creation happens. So that is where I am pitching a case for Congress to create. It's need of the time. It's the requirement. So what do we do with these challenges which are there, with these challenges, where do we go, what do we do? Now there are certain points which I want to share with you. This can get handled by what is called as a productive relationship. What is a productive relationship? Productive relationship is where 2 plus 2 is not 4, it's more than 2 plus 2 is more than 4. When me and you create something which is more than the total of me and you, that's called a productive relationship. Collaborating learning. I need to learn from Pramod and Pramod need to learn from me. What are we trying to do at this moment of time? We are trying to learn together, that's all. There are a few things which I know, there are a few things which I have learned, and I am trying to transfer those things to you. We are doing a collaborative learning only. This is collaborative learning. What we are trying to do is, collectively we are trying to look for an insight. So I always tell that, look, when we get into a discussion there in the office, I say, well, we are emphasizing the point of collective insight when we work in CFTs. We look at CFT in a particular way. Do we appreciate these points that CFT is a productive relationship, it's a collaborative learning, it's a collective insight, it's a social brain. So as you view, so is the reality. Then we say that, look, we have a problem that people are not ready to be a part of the CFT. People will not be part of the CFT because the way we make it evolve, the way we position it, the way we make it seen by the people, okay. So that's what I really fight for whenever we are there in the discussion, okay. But look, please stress on these points which are productive relationship, collective learning, collective insight, the social brain. Your brain is a social organ, Again, going to the brain. I said, my brain and your brain has a capability to connect. Brain is one organ which can work outside body. Brain is one organ which can work outside the body. Then I am also saying that brain is part of the universal brain. So there is a theory which says that my brain is a part of the universal brain. Your brain is a part of the universal brain. When your brain is a part of the universal brain and my brain is a part of the universal brain, our brains are connected. Somewhere.
Thought process would be similar.
There is something called mirroring, okay? In neuroscience, there is something called mirroring. Mirroring in the sense that, what is happening in my mind, his mind would be able to mirror it. Neurons have a capability to mirror, which is called a mirroring. So if there is an agitation in my mind, I may try to hide it by sweet, soft words, but then Gaurav would be able to sense that, his neurons would be able to mirror. Now when I know that, there is a mirroring which is possible, then I can mirror in a positive way. Pankaj may be in a very agitated state of mind, and I know that the moment I enter into Pankaj's room, my neurons will also. Have you ever seen shouting getting solved by shouting? No. You shout, the other person shouts, and then you shout, the other person shouts. Shouting will never, because you both are mirroring. Somebody has to recognize the fact that there is a mirroring which is happening. How do we impact it? And then you get into a room of your boss, and then you say that fine, if the boss is in a bad mood, he's agitated, you can mirror your boss with your neurons, with maintaining your neurons in a less agitated condition. Watch my words. in 2 minutes time, 3 minutes time, the entire flavor of the discussion will become different. If you use consciously your neurons for creating something which is positive in another person, instead of getting impacted by what is happening in the other person's mind, and your neurons mirroring it. So if you are aware of this, if you are aware of this relationship, you'll be able to use it. So that's called mirroring. Mirroring of neurons mirror. So your brain is social, neurons, mutuality is a nature's offering. I've already spoken a lot about that. It's about thinking more and deeply to solve difficult problems. We all are differently same. There's a word in English which is called oxymoron, So oxymoron means when we say that, she's terribly beautiful. How can somebody be terribly beautiful? Contradictory. So this is something like that, okay? We all are differently same. This diversity has a unity. So we need to cherish that diversity, and we also need to cherish the unity element of it. So that is where I'm saying that look, you're differently same. Now let us have what I'm saying, that this origin, how these words are, okay? We all use these words, okay? But I'm sure that look, many of you would not have gone into the genesis and the meaning of these words, okay? So we say that look, conversation is turn together. Conversation means turn together. When we say, let's deliberate. There's a word deliberate also which we use. So deliberate means weigh out, keep and reject. That is deliberation. Deliberation is keep and reject. So when you are deliberating, there is something which is being rejected, there is something which is being kept. So deliberation doesn't have same spirit which a conversation has. As a word per se, okay? Debate is beating down. The meaning, if you get into the very genesis of this word debate, debate means let's debate. Let's debate means that let's beat down. You can't create by debate. You can't create by deliberate.
These two words interconnected, deliberate and debate somewhere.
They're not. Their original meaning, yes, the flavor is more or less same, yeah.
In generality.
Yeah. Discussion is about making decision. So I'm not saying that look, discuss to create. No, I'm not saying discuss to create. Please appreciate and understand that why I'm talking about converse to create. Yes, dialogue is close to conversation. Dialogue means, it consists of dia means through and logos means words or meaning. It is through meaning. That is the meaning of the dialogue. It's not opposite of monologue, which we say that it's a dialogue, it's a monologue. Dialogue means there has to be a flow of meaning. If there is flow of meaning through language, through word, then there is a dialogue happening. Flow of meaning. For example, word politics. Politics is originating from what is called as a polis. Polis and politics have got the same origin. Can you believe it? Polis, here, gathering place for true self-governing. So that is why politics, polis, has the same origin in the language. So this is just to give you an idea that look how words and the meaning of the word, the origin of the word, and what do we do? Do we get into conversation? Do we get into dialogue? Or do we get into discussion? Do we get into review? So the very understanding of the word and appreciation of the word can make a lot of difference in the type of a climate which will create. That is what I'm trying to do by showing you this slide. That look, deliberation is not conversation. Debate is not conversation. Discussion is not conversation. Conversation is dialogue. Dialogue means flow of meaning through words. dialogue is like, I always give this example, that dialogue is like, the flow of a river between the two banks. That's dialogue. Any question? This is how it looks. Conversation is to turn together. Deliberation is to weigh out. And from deliberation you go to defend. You go to what is called as a controlled discussion. You go to what is called as a debate. When you get into your debate, what you're doing is you're resolving by breaking down. While there's another stream which goes up, which says conversation to turn together, you move to what is called listening without resistance. And then from there you go to what is called as a reflective dialogue. And from there what you go as what is called as a generative dialogue. Anything which is generative is what creates. Now the question is that what do we do? I mean, the flow which is there are two possible flows. And there's something called skilled conversation also. This is where your all tricks of communication fall in. Art of negotiation. Art of effective communication. You have these programs which talk about, so they fall into what is called as a skillful conversation. Okay, I'm not talking about a skillful conversation. Okay, I'm talking about conversation from a cognitive point of view. Yes, there is a skill required which we'll be talking about, but then what I'm talking about is more of a reflective dialogue and finally moving to what is called as a generative dialogue. Explore underlying causes, rules and assumptions to get to the deeper question and framing of problems. I'll give you a few more examples and you'll be able to appreciate. So just read it and comprehend it to whatever level it is possible at this point of time. As we move forward, I'll be relating with these with the slide. I did not know. What I'm saying is that I did not know that memory is another word for not thinking. Isn't it powerful? If it is a memory, then you're not thinking. It's already there, data. So the moment I am driven by the memory, I'm not thinking. I didn't know this, so I'm saying that I'm making a statement through the slide that I didn't know that memory is another word for not thinking. We define and love our definitions. We have a habit of thinking.
Sir, what is the meaning
We define in the sense that you have a definition, I have a definition. Okay? So we define, for example, a relationship for you could be X, relationship for me could be Y. So you define, and then you not only define, you also love your definition. ये ऐसे होता है और ये ऐसे ही होता है और उससे आपको प्यार है उस बात से कि ये ऐसे ही होता है. So it's not only that we define and we love our own definitions. And we all do that. I do that, he does it, everybody, we all do that. So let's be conscious of this, let's be aware of this reality that we define and love our own definitions. See what happens, when we sit into a discussion, any meeting or any discussion which happens, what happens? Even the senior people will say, that's the way it happens. Because they define and they love their definition.
Sir, define the 21 points from GSE. Why 21, why not 18, why not 30?
So that is
defined.
Yeah, that's defined. That's defined. How we think does impact how we talk.
Very powerful. We have a habit of thinking.
You have a habit of thinking. You have a habit of thinking. I have a habit of thinking. You have a habit of thinking. What I mean by that is, and then interestingly, it's like, when you learn cycling for the first time, you try to analyze that, look, whether I should put my this speed or I should put my this speed, whether I should learn catchy first or I should learn through the danda route first, or should I sit on a seat straight away. These questions we all have faced. Okay, and then we make our own, we think about it, like, catchy is not right, danda is right, or the seat is right. There are different school of thought. So some of the parents will say that you sit on a seat and we'll teach you. Some of the parents will say that no, catchy is the right route. Right? So we think so much about it, okay? And then when we learn cycle, we only ride. Do we get into the angle? Do we get into the gyroscopic reasoning? No, we don't. Similarly, the thinking is also like that. Over a period of time, it is a habit. So you have a habit of thinking. I have my own habit of thinking. In the sense that, look, you are habituated to think in a particular way. I am habituated to think in a particular way.
In a particular way.
In a particular way. So if I recognize this fact that, look, I am habituated to think in a particular way, first of all, recognizing this is one. Second is that, look, oh, so the other person is also habituated to think in a particular way. Okay? So, how do I recognize my habit of thinking? Because if that changes, then only the creation happens. Otherwise, you will remain what you are. You will remain what you are. So that's what it means. It means that, look, we all have a habit of thinking. How we think does impact how we talk. How we talk together determines our effectiveness. I was telling the conversation of today will decide the future of the organization. That's what I meant. This is what is the same stuff. How we feel and think and what we speak may be different. This is another very powerful thing. Please read it and then raise a question on this if you have a question.
I already discussed this in action. What we feel and think. And answer.
What we feel and think.
And what
we speak.
So can you give some example?
What we feel and think and what we speak and do.
Do you want to do also? We were talking about that. We were talking about that. The same what you were talking about.
This is true. This is influence actually.
This is what?
Influence, because what we feel and think and what we speak may be different. What we speak can be influenced, but what I feel and think is different. So that is what I am saying. That is
back on the point. Back on the point.
Yeah. That is what. That is in reality. It happens here every day. It's a reality. It's not a perception.
You are saying that in reality it happens every day. Srikanth says, look, I'm not able to appreciate what you're talking about.
खुले में बताए नहीं ऐसे नहीं है मैं जी एक एग्जांपल मैं
I'll give you an example. Yeah, please go ahead. You want to say
What
something?
I want to say, if I am speaking with the influence of something, I am not perceiving it in such a way. I am saying it what I want to speak. If I feel something, I think something, I will speak in the same way. But if I am, if I am not allowed to speak in such a fashion, that thing is different thing. I am not thinking this way.
There is external control.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am saying if I am feeling something, if I am thinking something, I will speak in the same way.
That's a most wonderful perspective. See,
Because I don't
if
understand why we may speak different.
No,
If
but
I am not respected by somebody
for you,
else.
but I will just put your points. But for you, the reality will be like this. For him, the reality is very different. You are
That is why I am saying. That is why I am saying.
बॉस
if
ऐसा
you use
आपने
example.
एक्सपीरियंस किया हुआ रियलिटी आप बोल
No, see,
That's why I am asking you.
please,
अरे एक एग्जांपल
Remember this, I will be using this incident, okay?
and I was this instance
No, this instance of you saying
Okay.
that, look, the reality for you also must have been same, but you're not speaking. So he's saying that look, reality for you also must
Suppose
be the same.
for an example, let's speak in our business context. जब MBB launch हुआ था यहाँ पर, ठीक है, though I was not part of MBB team, but मैं जब discussion हो रही थी, I was not, you know, on to it कि MBB इस तरीके से launch होना चाहिए. Otherwise, we speak, I feel and think कि MBB इस तरीके से नहीं होना चाहिए. Okay. I have given my own opinion, maybe some suggestions. Okay. बाद में ये पता चला कि ये MBB ही इस तरीके से लॉन्च होगा, तो I have to get adjusted into it. I have to get एक मिनट adjusted into it, and नीचे पूरी टीम को we speak वो है ना लास्ट में वो फिर मेरे को वही बोलना पड़ा जो वहाँ से आया था.
लेकिन मैं कह रहा हूँ कि जैसे
बट उसकी दैट इज व्हाट आई एम, ये यही सिचुएशन सब जगह, एंड नॉट ओनली इन एमबीबी
काइंड ऑफ थिंग हो गया ना
नहीं.
सिंपली सर मैं चाहता था, मैंने सोचा था कि मैं ऐसा करूंगा,
नहीं, लेकिन आपने भी माने थे ना, लेकिन वो माने नहीं
कुछ
किसी
है,
ने।
नहीं,
आपने बोला कुछ और
मैं वही कह रहा
जाके
हूँ. ऐसी ऐसी मानो हमारी भी डिस्कशन होती है योर ऑल्सो. मुझे ये लगता है कि बॉस आरटीजीएस अगर 10:10 पर हुआ है तो 10:20 में ट्रांजैक्शन हो जाना चाहिए. You can give a best experience to the channel partner, but you are trying, but you are not. आप एक प्रोसेस फॉलो करोगे, because of that process you are not able to do that. But you think that 10 मिनट में आरटीजीएस हो जाना चाहिए और ट्रांजैक्शन हो जाना चाहिए, but you are following some other process, so you have to do differently.
यही बात हम फील को समझाते हैं.
ये आप भी समझाते हो, आप ही ने कई बार मुझे समझाया. That's why I'm
दूसरे पर्सपेक्टिव समझाते देखो 4 घंटे बाद जो आती है आपको पता 10 मिनट बाद आता है, लेकिन जब
लेट्स से अगर
But-
बड़ा सिंपल है, अगर हम छोटा
आप-
एग्जांपल ले लेते हैं, अगर आरटीजीएस वाले तो आरटीजीएस हुआ कैसे पता लगेगा किसी को?
पता है
but you
But जब फील में आता है कि 4 घंटे में
हो जाना चाहिए.
नहीं एज अ फाइनेंस आई डोंट
नहीं,
थिंक
as a finance नहीं, as a
As a
individual
person,
सेवा
I
कर
don't
रहा हूँ. मैं भी as a sales person वो नहीं बता रहा हूँ. As a
नहीं, but what I'm
individual
saying, as a normal person, I will wish क्योंकि ऐसा होना चाहिए. जैसे क्या होता है, लेट्स से आपको यूनियन
अरे चलो CFT की बात है, ठीक है, लेट्स बी वेरी ट्रू टू आवरसेल्फ. CFT जब फॉर्म हुई, CFT सो CFT फॉर्म हुई, एक पूरी लिस्ट आ गई, बस ये CFT में है मेंबर. और पहले लोगों ने खुद इनिशिएट किया कि मैं जाऊँगा. धीरे धीरे चौथे महीने में CFT की स्ट्रेंथ कम होते जाएगी. ओके, वो क्या हो रहा है?
Again, I will say that is the
So-
question.
The point which is saying is, I'll tell you how. Now, let us take his example slightly forward. Okay, he's absolutely right when he's saying that there were people in the organization who were not convinced with the exclusive MBB model. Okay,
Yeah.
there were people who were of the view that instead of going for an exclusive MBB model, we already have a pretty strong distribution which is there on the ground. What we need to do is we need to apply our mind and explore and make use of already existing strong distribution. Okay? So these two schools of thought were very strongly divided. Okay? One school of thought, no, it can only be done exclusively. And the more powerful school of thought prevailed, right? So the MBB exclusive distribution emerged. Now, when the open conversation was not allowed, I am seeing, because I am a part of this whole thing, from the day one when the MBB exclusive distribution model was conceived and brought into existence, from the day one they have been saying that it will not work. Now the point is that look, when the convergence has not happened, there will be one set of people who will work, who will have this, they'll have a conviction that look, this will not work. And what has happened? We started what is called the deflexing, and then we said look, higher commission on deflexing, and then after that we have come down to a normal commission. Now we are talking about what is the need of the deflexing. Now we are talking about what is the need of the exclusive distribution. Now we are saying that look, how we handle it because the MBB distributor would propose the ISF. The point I am saying is that when the conversation, when this doesn't happen, what we feel and think and what we speak, when there is a difference, there is a case of not being authentic.
Yes.
And when what is felt and what is thought, and if the same thing is being spoken, what you are talking about, it has a sustainability. It has a sustainability, please understand. If that is not being done, there are people who come with this, that look, there is no point speaking here. I will go, listen, attend and come out of it. That's it, because that's my job. So nothing will get created there. Then why do you do it? For example, think about it, what I was talking in the morning, that look, you get into a room and you go with this conviction that look, nothing is going to happen. I'll go and spend time, have a cup of coffee and come out. Where are you coming from? You're coming from the past. You're coming from the past because the past has, the recent past few incidences have told you that look, you wanted to say something and it has not been heard. You wanted to make a point and the point is not being understood. But why can't you appreciate that, look, your reality and the other person's reality can be different, and the only way to bring that reality to a common reality is conversation.
Yes.
Well, what you did, you decided, look, there's no point, I'm not going to be, I'll go there because I'm part of it, but then look, I'm not going to contribute. Or, whatever I'll speak to please. So if you speak to please, then you're not doing this. And I always say that there is a philosopher called, a British philosopher, I really love his statement. He says that look, if you do not speak what you consider as right, then please be ready that your own words which you wanted to speak and you did not speak will come back to you with an alienated majesty. With an alienated majesty. Do you understand this? What I'm saying is that, look, there was a point which was there in your mind and you wanted to speak and then you didn't speak. And the same thing which you wanted to say is being spoken by MD of the company 10 months, 10 days, 10 hours down the line. So those words will come with alienated majesty to you. Your own words will come back to you with an alienated majesty. So please speak what you feel and what you think. Now how to do that, we'll come to that. Okay? But then this is, now please, I'm how things are related, how things are connected, please. So how many times we do that? We get into a meeting and we say, look, fine, I'm not going to participate today because it doesn't make any sense. Big loss. Big loss. Past is dead. The past through which, because of which you're not speaking, that past is dead. Please do not cling to the past. Every movement is a creation. This universe is creating every movement. Are you in sync with the universe? If you are in sync with the universe, you are also creating every movement. This is how the past has to be buried. But I made a point and somebody did not listen it, and I decided not to speak. Big loss to myself. Big loss to myself. And a big loss to that group, because my mind is a distinct mind. There is no other mind which is like my mind. There is no other mind which is like Seeman Dadu's mind. If Seeman Dadu's mind is not working in this group, it's a loss to the group. It's a loss to me. It's a loss to him because his mind is not getting benefited and enriched by the rest of the minds which are there in the room. So what are we doing? And why are we doing it? But we do it. So after this program, the expectation is that you now speak it. Insult is only when you decide. Nobody on this earth can insult you. God cannot insult you. And believe me, your words will come back to you. Which the unspoken words of yours will come back to you. With alienated majesty. Because this philosopher says that your mind is a distinct creation of this universe. What your mind thinks and what your heart feels is distinct, special. Special, I'll use the word special. Who are you to undermine it? Eh? Alienated is, when alienated is, like for example, alienated, when you say that somebody is alienated from a group, he is separated from a group. Alien to alienated. Perfect. You've gone to the root. Alienated is origin is from the alien. So you will feel that look, they'll come with alienated majesty. जैसे एक alien आपके पास में आता है, your own words will come back to you like an alienated majesty. Very powerful. See, these people use their every word so powerful. That's why they write books. Isn't that happens with us? It happens. So, and second is that look, what we feel and think and what we speak, it's called left hand and the right hand rule. Okay, in management language, it is called the left hand and the right hand rule. Okay, the left hand is what you are feeling and thinking. Okay, right hand is what you are speaking. It's like you know that look, what you are talking. I mean, what you have done is a nonsense. What you are feeling is that look, what you have done is nonsense, but what you are saying is that look, everybody does it. You see the difference? बोल क्या रहे हो? What you are speaking is that look, yeah, I know everybody does it. But what you are feeling is that look, it's nonsense. But you are not speaking that look, it is nonsense. I am not saying that speak nonsense. No, I am not recommending that. Okay. What I am saying is that look, what you feel and what you think and what you speak, there is a difference. So when you are into a conversation, what a person is speaking may be different than what he is thinking and feeling. When we are into a conversation, we need to be cognizant of this fact that what he is speaking, let me also sense what is he feeling and what is he thinking. I need to ask, discover what is the feel and what is the thought. Do I do that? No, I take it very casually. I'll repeat. When I am in a conversation, I need to understand not only what we go by the spoken words. We go by the spoken words. But behind those spoken words, there is a feeling and there is a thinking. Whether that spoken word, thinking and feeling is in sync or not, that needs to be brought to the table. Most of the relationships go wrong because of what? Because what you're speaking is different than what you're thinking and feeling. And I am not able to relate with the feeling and the thinking part of other person. I am only relating with what is being spoken. So check how there are two statements here which are contrary to each other. I said that look, the way you think is the way you speak somewhere. How we think does impact how we talk. I have not written that a conclusive statement. I am saying that it does impact. But along with that statement, I am also saying that look, what you speak and what you think and feel, there can be a gap. Conversations are about discovering it. You have shouted on me and you will have to be sorry about it. But what is the thinking behind shouting and what is the feel behind shouting? What is important to us that he is shouting? There is nothing which is more important to us. Well, you need to ask, what is that which is disturbing you so much? What is that which I have done which has made you so agitated? Please tell me, I would like to know.
So it may not be related to you. While I shouted at you, I might have been in a different frame of mind. Maybe because of some other person, I have been agitated at that point of time, and somehow my outburst was on you. So it is not related to you, but to somebody else.
So is it true, good and beautiful?
No, it is not. It is not.
Is it right?
But in conversation, you ask me that, see, have I done something?
So now, for example, there is something which has happened between you and Pramod, and I arrive and then you start shouting on me. Okay. So now, what do? Now you're shouting on me and you're not listening, and you're shouting on me. So what do? What options I have? Either I also shout, what the hell is this? Why are you shouting on me?
It is further going to aggravate the situation.
So mirroring. So you have agitated neurons, my neuron will send that, no, these neurons are agitated neurons. Okay? They will also start agitating because that's mirroring. So one, I need to be careful that look, he is agitated, his neurons are agitated, and my neurons are also sensing, oh, agitation, 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 and then I need to say, no, no agitation. Now you start shouting on me, I will say, will you let me have a glass of water, Ashish?
calm down.
Can I pour a cup of coffee? Oh, you look upset. Want to come out for a walk? Chal, next sit together. Now what am I doing? I'm trying. Now first is I am trying to. When the intensity of emotion is high, you can't be rational. You can't be rational. You can only, for rationality also, you need a lower level of. There's a slide here which I'll show you that look how security and emotions are connected. Okay. So you can't do it. So what you're going to do is that look, you once you have a cup of tea or whatever, okay, then I'll have to discover. Ashish, I'm surprised. I just see you so agitated. I'm really pained seeing you so agitated. Okay. I wonder everything is fine. Hope you're okay. You say, no, not okay. This is pretty promote, you know. I think this guy, this, you know. Then you will. So then the conflict, okay. But then what happened? Okay. You know what happened? You know, I told him this. No. But then, okay, hold on. What did he say? You said that he said this. Okay. Yeah. Do you see a point in what he's talking about? What is happening inside you? Are you feeling insecure about it? Okay. So this has to flow. So if this flows, and I can also be manipulative in terms of speaking and thinking, and my this thing is like, oh, you know what, not. He can agitate, he can make anybody very agitated, okay. Now what I'm doing is, I'm not speaking what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking, okay. So I'm playing a game which is dirty. You see the example? So how do you, then I can play a role as a person in cementing real relationship with Pramod. And I can also play a role of not cementing relationship with people. But I must accept this reality that by cementing I become strong. By not cementing I become weak in a long run. We all look at a short run that, okay, fine, this equation, fine, let's settle it this way, That's not just it. That is why then you realize that, look, I don't have a friend. When you said that, look, there's nobody in this organization who understands my feeling and my emotions. What you wish is what you need to give. If I wish love, I need to give love. If I wish affection, I need to give affection. I want to give anger and I want all love. Not possible. What you wish is what you need to give. Please do this. It's so powerful. What you wish, do this. आपको जो चीज अच्छी लगती है वो जो आपके लिए अहम है आप वो करके तो देखो वो वापस आएगी आपके पास. This is guaranteed answer. Here I am judgmental, guaranteed. So what you wish is.
But sir, practically what happens to forward this conversation and the example put by Ashish.
So practically, see, sorry to stop you, but it is very. See, there is a lot of nonsense which we accept under the manner of practical.
But
there is a lot of wrong things we accept.
That cannot be stopped now. For example, Ashish is in a bad mood and he is agitated with Pramod. And I come and I say, if I say Pramod is right, then he will, in that state of mind, he will be putting.
No, I'm not saying. No, please don't misunderstand me. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि आप ज़्यादा और I'm not saying that because then I have also become judgmental. See, I don't know. What I suggested. Okay, I'm not prescribing. What I suggested was that if this happens, then first of all, the first need is, see, if your soil is not ready, you can't sow a seed, nah. If you sow a seed on a soil which is rough, which is solid, no. You need to prepare the ground. You have to do tilling and you have to prepare it and then you sow a seed. Now here is a soil which is, you can't do anything about it. So you have to loosen it. So then you have to relax. Okay, fine, relax. Oh, I mean, don't become judgmental there also. Oh, don't get so angry. Heart attacks come because of the anger. And this type of anger. One of my neighbors, he also was shouting like this and he died on a chair only. What are you offering? Then remember, what you are offering is what will come back to you. What are you offering is what will come back to you.
ध्यान रखना जबर भाई ऐसे ना बोलना
It's a very simple thing, but then again you say that look, whether it is practical, it is practical. If not completely practical, it is practical to substantial extent, I'll say. See, what you give is what you will get. Watch my words. What you will give is what you will get. You give trick, you will get a smarter guy who will play a better trick than you. You play trick. So, because you are creating it, I am again go back to my statement, I create my reality. So, if I want to create a reality which is full of love, affection, trust, respect, I need to give all this. I don't want to give any of these things and I want to expect that all love, all respect, all trust will come from Jafar only, not from Nirmal Singh. How is it possible? No, not possible. Ask this question to yourself that look, what do I wish? What is that which is close to me? I mean, for example, what is close to me is my trust. What is close to me is that my team need to trust me. So if I want my team to trust me, I need to trust them. No, I want them to trust me, but then I have my own list. It will not work. So what I wish is what I need to give. If I want to get out of conversation, I need to contribute to that conversation. I don't want to contribute to that conversation, but I want to get from that conversation. Not possible. Not possible for long. Agrawal ji? Not possible for long. Conversation with the center, not side. It's again a statement you'll ask me, what does it mean? Conversation from the center means conversation in its completeness. What I mean by conversation in completeness is that look, in any conversation, your thinking, your emotions, your past, everything is involved. So, get into conversation with everything which you are, not with a piece of you, okay? So, what I mean by is, for example, that you as a human being believe in something else, but when it comes to vertical at prepaid, you go to the corner. That is speaking, or that is conversation from a corner, not from the center. Conversation not only solves, but dissolves. Together means not your position. When I say that, look, we are together, that means not my position. I mean, there is no position there, okay? Very difficult, very difficult.
Second one, probably dissolve.
Solves in the sense that, look, when we say that, look, when I say dissolve,
If removing the problem of the root.
no, it's like, look, when me and you create something, it doesn't belong to me, it doesn't belong to you, it belongs to both of us. It doesn't belong to me, it doesn't belong to you, it belongs to both of us. Can a husband only say that, look, it's my child? The wife can say my child also. So that's what I mean by when anything dissolves, the ownerships go. Or if the ownership is there at all, it is a joint ownership. Make sense? Together means not your position, exploring possibilities, shifting the organic underlying structure that produces it. Leave it. For a moment, leave it. I'll come back to this point later on. Inquiry versus advocacy. How many times I am inquiring and how many times I am advocating? What does an advocate do? An advocate defends. Inquiry means discovery. Trying to find out, trying to find out, trying to find out. And check how many times we are advocating and how many times are we doing inquiry. That is advocacy. How many times we are inquiring and how many times we are. Forget about subordinate. How many times are we inquiring with our own child? There we slip into the shoes of father and we start advocating. Look over here. Life is like this and this is how it happens. So who the hell are you to make a prediction on how his life is going to unfold? You can check with him first of all and you know what's on. Inquiry. What is happening? How is it happening? Asking him, is it right or wrong? How do you look at that? What will happen if this will happen? No, inquiry is that. Advocacy is that, look, हमको तो पहले ही पता था तुम ये कर रहे हो, इस बार में डब्बा हो नहीं खुदा हो आप. We do it in subordinate. I knew it. And our bosses do with us. And you all are intelligent people, educated people. So is it advocacy or is it... Now there's another way to explain this, which is not there on the slide, but then I would share that with you. Is it a compliance or a commitment? Is it a compliance or a commitment? What do I do with my subordinate? Do I generate a commitment in my subordinate or do I make my subordinate comply? Compliance will... So that's where my difference is with some people in the organization. When you say that uska letron le lenge or uska ye le lenge or uska wo le lenge, I personally do not. That's my view. I have my own freedom of expression. That look, I don't stand this view. I make a statement that I don't stand this view. I don't know I'm right or wrong. I don't know that. But I do not believe in compliance. I believe in commitment. Why can't I do something which makes my TSC go shop to shop or from counter to counter and tell me that look, these are the counters? Why can't this happen? Why am I only coming from that school of thought that all TSCs and all people who are there in the field are cheats? No. So I have my view and I respect my view. And when I respect my view, I will state it. Second is that look, I say that look, there is no point of whether that view gets accepted or does not get accepted is a matter of a structure. I was reading a book which says that look, in an organization we have made it a Ranabhumi. And then we talk about employee happiness, then we talk about work-life balance, and then we talk about you make it a Ranabhumi. Your words are also like Ranabhumi, strategy, tactics. Now we've started talking about war. Nothing wrong. I'm not trying to be judgmental about it. No, please do not misunderstand me. I'm not trying to criticize anybody. Please do not misunderstand me. What I'm trying to say is that look, the difference between a Ranabhumi and a Rangabhumi is where people play. You have a role, I have a role. You're a prepaid guy, I'm a HR guy. Okay, fine, let's play. And make something interesting, good, true and beautiful emerge out of it. Can we do that? Is the question. So what we've made is that we've made organization a job, a Ranabhumi instead of making a Rangabhumi. Our words, our language, I was reading, so there's a book which says that, There's a lot of objectivity. That's where my mind made me make that statement, Ganit bagar gun ke pangu hai. Ganit without gun is insufficient and incomplete. I made a statement in that on meet. This objectivity, all this management education has come from West. Now in West does not believe in what India believes in, or to an extent Buddhists also believe in it, but Buddhism, I'm taking it as an extension of India only. West does not believe in rebirth. West believes only in one birth. So when they believe in one birth, they want to do everything in their life in one birth. So they want everything to be objectified. Indians believe in multiple births. Sikandar wanted to conquer the entire world because he thought this is the only life. I must conquer the world in this life. So there's a big difference. Now all this management education which has come from West, where objectivity is most important, subjectivity is being kept in a corner. While our Indians are the best in handling subjectivity. Now what is happening, interestingly, I am just leaving a thought. Please do not be judgmental from my side that look, I am trying to say this. No, I am just leaving a thought. That look, in that process of objectivity, more important is being missed. So it is 65 to 72, which is also a Ganit is more important, or the customer delight and the customer experience, which is important. So a focus is that, look, 65 has to become 72. I don't know. I'm saying that, look, subjectivity, and I was also reading that why subjectivity is difficult. When we say subjectivity, Agrawalji, what is subjectivity? I'll tell you a very interesting definition that subjectivity means anything which needs knowledge of multiple subjects. Subjectivity means anything which needs knowledge of multiple subjects. And it may need a knowledge of sociology, it may need a knowledge of psychology, it may need a knowledge of economics, it may need a knowledge of political science. Because anything which is complete has to be true, good and beautiful. I told you that we are becoming too true oriented and missing the good and the beautiful. Too true oriented, missing the good and beautiful.
Objectivity means you have some target is there, whatever, some numbers are there, then subjectivity.
I love you is subjectivity. I have met you 20 times is objectivity in last 20 days.
20 times meeting is an objectivity.
That is objective. वो गलत है 20 बार मैं आपसे मिला हूँ बट मैं आपको प्यार करता हूँ आप मुझे प्यार करते हैं सब्जेक्ट
मतलब टीएससी जाएगा हर महीने में 5 चक्कर लगाएगा अब एक्चुअली अगर बिना चक्कर लगाए वो सेटिस्फाई है दैट इज सब्जेक्टिविटी
So the question is it the 20 times that data that look me and you have met 20 times, is that data more important or is it the love which is important? Now love cannot be put into the numbers. Okay? The respect which I have towards you, the trust and the affection which you have towards me, is all subjective.
Then you cannot define.
So the too much of focus on numbers may make you miss forest in the trees. So I'm saying that one needs to be careful. I'm not saying what is good and what is bad. I don't know. I mean, I'm still learning. I don't know. But I'm just raising a point. I'm just putting a context in front of you that look, because multiple contexts help us in being wider, which is called learning. What is learning? Learning is that look, your ability to think has got expanded. That is learning. Learning is above knowledge. Learning is above knowledge. Learning happens here at a cognitive thinking level. So if you say that I have learned, means that look, your thinking has widened. Your thinking can accommodate not only Simran Dadu, your thinking can accommodate Nishant, your thinking can accommodate Pramod, your thinking can accommodate everybody. Your thinking has got expanded. Otherwise, you make a statement that I don't like X, Y, Z because they don't fit in. Why is it so that Mother Teresa treated the entire world as her kids? So that's a way you connect. Do we think together or do we think alone? What a big loss. What a big loss in terms of what possibilities could have been created. If I think, why we think alone? The ecology of thought. Some of the points I've already explained to you, so I'll not be taking much time on this slide. This is a beautiful statement. Participate as beginner mind. I am in the world and the world is in me. Pretty powerful. So the question is that why do we think alone? We think alone because theory of thought, which is a tacit knowledge. What I mean by theory of thought and tacit knowledge is the same example which I gave about the habit of thinking. Tacit means something which you are not aware of, which is tacit. Yeah.
Unknowingly you are doing.
Yeah. So theory of thought in the sense that look, you're not aware of your own thoughts. You're not aware of why these thoughts. And you're not able to put those thoughts on a hang for some time and listen. I'll give you a very simple example which you'll be able to relate. We go into conferences, we go into say different meetings. Now please realize the conference in which you participated the most is the conference which you enjoyed the most. Isn't that right?
Right.
And the conference in which you did not participate is the conference which you did not enjoy. And when did you participate? You participated because you believed that look, participation is going to make sense. Short term, long term, whatever. Now the point which I am trying to say is that look, when you think that look, you're not going to participate and you don't participate, fact of the matter is that you don't relish it. And you thought, why the theory of tacit knowledge is when your thoughts were positive, when your thoughts were propelling you to participate, you experienced and you relished that experience. And you gain more and you contribute more. Both. You gain more and you contribute more. So it's all in the thought. Thought in the sense, why I'm thought in the sense that look, if you, and please also recall, now I'm adding one more point, please recall that look, all those conferences or meetings where you participated, you stayed with the present. The meetings in which you did not participate, you were thinking about the fight which you had with your wife in the morning. The meetings in which you did not participate, you were worried about the EMI not being paid. The meetings in which you did not participate, because the last meeting in which you participated, you were not welcomed. You've taken it to the heart and you are still in that past hangover and you're not participating. These are the reasons, nothing else. Some of these reasons, okay? So when you are, I'll explain it in another way, okay? So that you'll enjoy it. Why do we enjoy playing? Why we enjoy playing? I was talking to somebody was telling me that I go to Gajipur Mandi in the morning. And when I go to Gajipur Mandi, there are so many people around, there are vegetables, beautiful vegetables, there's red, green, yellow, all colors. It's such a fun to go to Gajipur Mandi in the morning and buy vegetables for the entire week for the family. The guy is so excited about it. I was listening. guy is observing, listening, observing. What is happening? What is he enjoying? He's enjoying the selflessness. He's enjoying the selflessness. Please understand, enjoying the selflessness in the sense that, look, all those things when you are not what you define yourself as is what you enjoy in life. When you play a game, you are in the game. When me and somebody else is playing a game, we are in the game. It's not about who's vice president, who's an executive, or who's a PS. It's a game. I'm selfless. My tags are out. Whenever the tags are out, you enjoy. So that Sabji, Gajipur, what is happening in that Gajipur? In that Gajipur, nobody knows that Dharmal Singh is the vice president. In that Gajipur, there is no hassle that, look, I need to wear my formal shoes or I don't need to wear my formal shoes. Nobody knows that, look, if I'm wearing a slipper, then how does it matter? Nobody knows, I don't know them, they don't know me.